From Manhattan, this is the New York Executive Podcast. The voices that move markets, the conversations that shape the boardroom. Live from our studios in Midtown New York City, here is today's program.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are so excited to have our favorite travel agent here from Beach Wave Travel, Narkis Ezerig, joining us from New Paltz, New York. But she's working with people worldwide with her amazing services. Her travel agency is really a one-stop shop. So welcome back today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Narkis?
What
Hi.
happened?
How are you? Try
I'm
again.
here. I'm here. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great, sweetheart. Pleasure to have you back. And for those
Good to
new
have you.
timers, please introduce yourself to everyone. Thank you.
So my name is Narkis Ezerig. I'm a travel agent. I work originally in New Paltz, New York, but I serve anybody in the U.S. And I actually do some little bit from outsiders of out of the country type of thing, which is kind of cool. So
Got it.
I'm
So you're
excited.
doing everything from travel arrangements, air transfers, car rental, cruises, hotel stays, packages, all-inclusive group tours. I mean, she also works with couples, families, solo travelers, and groups. And I learned about some of her private little trips as well last time. But first and
Yes.
foremost, people out there, I think, love to travel. But some people say, it may not be affordable. Is that true? Can we make travel affordable?
Absolutely. Everybody can put a couple of dollars aside every paycheck and make things happen. You just need to budget yourself and learn how to do it.
That's what
Because
I do. It's called bucket list, right? And even some of the banks offer that bucket list on the website, but I put some money aside. I do the same thing, really. And that's how I get to travel with my kids.
you have to. I read this book. I was just on a cruise and I read this book that teaches you how to budget yourself. And they say every paycheck that you make, take like 10% of that paycheck and put it aside. And that's going to be paying for yourself. And then you do what
Yeah.
you got to do with it.
Beautiful.
So,
Well, that's what we're
yeah.
discussing today, everyone, the value of travel, because it really is more than a vacation. It is a amazing life energy booster, makes people happy, it brings people together, it gives you memories, and this is what life is all about. So let me ask, why do people travel?
So majority of the time, travel is just to kind of unplug and just get out of your everyday routine and getting, just to stress relief everything and kind of hang out with people that you really love. Even if it's just yourself to just clear your mind and just get out of your, hustle and bustle that we all do, especially living in New York City. I went there a couple of times and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's so busy and they're always on the go. So it's kind of nice to just get out of the same everyday thing and just enjoy your time, relax, enjoy your family, try new food, people, and just, just close out, shut out the world for a moment and just enjoy the moment.
Oh, well,
Just kind of,
also,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's good to relax, reconnect, celebrate now. How has travel impacted your life? Could you share?
Yes, absolutely. So I used to, when I moved originally to New York, in the beginning, I didn't understand why people are always so busy because I feel like everything they do is just chase that dollar. And I was like, what's the point of working all the time and you can't get the time to like go and enjoy that money that you make? So I was like, all right, I'm going to make a bucket list of where I want to go and make things happen. So the first actual trip I did, I was 21 years old and I saved every penny I could. And I went over to Italy and did a guided tour. It was just by myself because I had things to do to just clear my mind. Things happened in the past and I just needed something. I went all by myself. I hung out. Actually, I got to meet some people. Majority of them were in their 40s, 50s at the time. And there were a couple of people that were like in their 20s. So it was kind of cool because it was three girls, one guy that were about the same age group. So we kind of like connected, had the whole time together. And by the time I came back from that vacation, whatever I was dealing with before was just a complete different experience. Like I opened my mind and just kind of realized that there's so much more to live for. And whatever happened, we just have to move forward and enjoy what we have. Because every day is a blessing. Yep.
No, it really is. And we got to be grateful and thankful for it. And you mentioned the travel as an investment aspect. Can you discuss that part of it?
Yes, absolutely. So I travel a lot of times. Majority of the time I do as a business investment because I get all these opportunities
Yeah.
to go and meet vendors, and the suppliers show me what they have to offer as a place. Because I go to different places, hotels, resorts, cruise ships, and all that stuff. And they kind of show me what they can offer. And it's nice because they're showing me what the place offers and
Yeah.
what their tour operator offers as well. So I can kind of give you bits and pieces of, personal information and experiences to actually guide you through what you're looking for as a traveler. Because not everything fits the same person, it's not one fits all. It's everybody has their own opinions and ideas and what they're looking for. So
No,
it's kind
we,
of nice to go and invest some time and money because it does cost money to travel. um, Even as a travel agent, we get all these opportunities and stuff. It's not free as people might think, but it's a lot of work, but it's so much fun because I get together with other agents and the suppliers as well. So it's always good to make connections.
no,
So
absolutely. And also, again, we kind of touched upon this already, but the mental and health recharging and the importance of disconnecting from our everyday life routine. I'm not a doctor, but I know there's statistics and studies on this, right?
yes, yes, for sure. Because you just need to like get out of your, slump in a way. So it's just a different way to view life. So it's cool.
Yeah, and let me ask, when your clients come back from their vacations, I mean, what's the first thing they usually say to you?
That they had a blast and they didn't want to come back home.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I know we all do. Like I'm taking my boys away. We're going to the Bahamas the end of this month. Oh my gosh, like
Nice.
2.5 weeks. We haven't gone away in a while. We took a little trip to Niagara Falls, but like bringing my sister, or family, and it's so exciting. And then when it's over, it's so depressing. But that's
Yes,
why
because
I like saving and learning. And yes, you got to book the next vacation, I think, before you go on the next vacation. Do you understand what
yeah,
I'm
oh my
saying?
gosh, that's so true. Yes. Some people actually book it as soon as they come off they literally land or they just got back driving and they're like, I know it's really bad, but I'm ready for my next one. And I have a client that he's supposed to go on a cruise in September and he already wrote me. He's like, I know it's really bad. I didn't even go on this one, but I'm ready for my next cruise. And I'm like, okay, let's make plans. So we're working on that one, which is kind of cool.
No, absolutely. And also, travel, it really does change you. Could you share a story how you or some of your clients have learned something different? I mean, from the culture, the food, the language, and yeah, please, if you can, share some personal
Yes,
stories from your
absolutely.
travels. Thank you.
Yes. So I went to Bali last year, which totally changed my mind. I
Ah,
can't wait to go back and take my kids there. But just to kind of go and have an open mind to a different culture is a eye opening. I went there. I knew that there was a lot of Buddhism and Hindu, and they had a lot of temples, but I didn't realize how many temples they have and how family is such a big part of their lives also. They actually have their houses where they build it for the whole family. So if you are like gonna marry into someone and you actually as a wife you move in with that family, like the wives always move in with the husband's family, which I thought was kind of crazy and cool at the same time because you always have a place to live. You don't need to like worry about where to live. And the culture is just completely different and their food is so good. I absolutely loved it. I'll try anything that I can. And they're just so hospitable and friendly. And they live very simple from what we know in the United States, which you get to appreciate a lot more for what you got because they're just different. It's just crazy. And even seeing them on the streets and stuff and the way they work, they have like nothing there as far as rules and regulations. They go do constructions with flip flops and no shirts on, and which I guess some people do that here, but no shoes or flip flops, no helmets, no harnesses, no nothing, and it's just crazy. But
Yeah.
you just you immerse yourself in the situation, and the people will open the doors and show you that there's a different way of life, and really appreciate what you got every day, which a majority of us don't really realize what we have until we step out of our comfort zone.
No, it's so true. It is so true.
Yeah.
You got me thinking, you got me dreaming, and let's continue to talk about, specifically some of the travel that you do for those new timers that may have missed our first show. Let's figure this out. You do have some special things coming up. Do you want to share as far as your travel plans and what you have in store? Maybe
Yeah,
someone's interested,
absolutely.
like my kids want to go to Hawaii with you.
Listen, we can make plans. School is great, I know, but sometimes we have to take time away from school because personal experiences are just as important as school. And let's just be honest, school is always going to be there. You can catch up on that, but your memories, you never know, because you never know if tomorrow is going to come.
I know.
So, and especially if they're young, like my kids are going into ninth and 11th grade, and for this Hawaiian trip is going to be in April, which is after their spring break. I'm still taking them
Yeah.
because life is short, man. And it's like they can catch up and figure it out. And on this specific cruise that is going to be to Hawaii, you're more than welcome to use Wi Fi, and you can do remote to catch up, because everything now is on Google Drive or whatever they do for the school. So you can always catch up and do homework on there. So there's always a way to do it. But I am definitely going to take them. My son will be he's after 18. My daughter will turn 16 right before those that specific cruise, so it's going to be fantastic. And my son will be able to drink, so he's like super excited about it. Not specifically in Hawaii, but when we come back, the last port will be Mexico. So he is like all excited because it's 18 everywhere except for United States. So it'll be cool for him. But yeah, this trip is going to be leaving from San Francisco, and it's going to be 16 days out. I am also doing Italy in July of next year, which is going to be a guided tour. It's going to be
Oh
a
my
portion of
goodness.
it. So yeah, we're gonna start in Rome, and we're gonna go all over the place to like the northern part of it, and we're gonna check out Pisa, go on gondolas. It's gonna be a lot different than a cruise, because this one is a various hotels that we're gonna be going to, and it's gonna be center locations. So we'll be nice when we have like time to do whatever we want to do. We'll be able to just get out of the hotel and just walk places. We don't need to worry about how to get there, get a car or whatever. Everything in Europe, for the majority of the time, you just walk everywhere. And then if you have a central location to stay, that makes life that much better. And it's going to be fantastic. I'm actually working on another cruise to go to Alaska. So if you guys are interested, I know a lot of people like really want to go to Alaska.
Where does it
Um,
leave out of though? I saw Alaskan cruises leaving out of Vancouver. I feel like by the time I get there, it's hard. Is there any from in the Northeast or?
So, no, for Alaska, it's either Vancouver or Seattle. So, what I am going to do is um, it's going to be a land tour portion of it before we get on the ship. So, we'll be about 3 days on land, um, either start in Seattle or Alaska, because you can actually do anywhere you want. You fly to Seattle, then from Seattle you can do a little tour right there, and then get on a ship and end up in Vancouver to come back. Because usually it's not a round trip. Sometimes it is. Depends on the situation and how much time we have. I didn't put all the logistics together, but I definitely had a couple of people that did that. He went and flew from Seattle, and he went right from Seattle to Alaska. He started doing all the whole tour in
Oh
Alaska for a
wow.
few days, and it's nice because a part of the cruise plan on it, like they take you everywhere. Like they have the coach bus. If you need to go on a train, they put you on that too. They have the locations of where you're gonna stay, And then when the land portion of it is over, then you get a right to go to the cruise and you start your cruise. And whenever you're done, you can either extend it again or you can just fly back home. So either way, you're going to have to fly either to Seattle or Vancouver because that's the closest that they can start taking you on that cruise. So either way, it's going to be so much fun, especially because I know a lot of people are really interested in going to Alaska these days. It's
Yeah,
like,
and what is there to see in Alaska? You think glaciers? You think whales? What? Tell me what else? Honestly, I don't know.
so I had a client that actually went there last year and he was so excited about it. I actually met up with him and we spent like 2 hours going through his videos and pictures. He did the dog sledding because you get to meet all these huskies, which are so cute. He also went on this airplane. It's like a small airplane, and he went into all these glaciers and stuff. And they actually got off the plane, and he's in the middle of nowhere, and everything is ice. And he said it was super fantastic. It was just something he never thought he would do, and it just took his breath away. And he was showing me all these sceneries and see the moose. And you go to this one place. He went there, and he was able to hold these antlers, pretending he's like the moose, and he said they were so heavy and he had a fantastic time. And he was like, I would do it again. Like, I know the world is big, but I would definitely go and check it out again if I had the opportunity to do so. So I was like, maybe if I make it again, you can come again. So as a group, then he's not going to do it on his own because he's in his 70s and he's like, I'm done waiting on people. I'm just going to travel. So,
Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. All right. Cannot wait. We got Alaska out there. We got some other places on the, in the cold. Any other cold destinations? Can we go to Antarctica?
I I'm pretty sure you could. I just never really looked into it,
Yeah,
but
that'd be really cold. I know. I'm like, wait.
well, Alaska is pretty cold too, and so is New York. New York gets super cold here, especially the recent years. I feel like we went below zero for like months. So I guess just make sure you dress really warm and you're ready to go. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
All
But
right.
I was actually thinking of doing Iceland at some point because some
The
people were thinking
Iceland.
about
Yeah.
that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was I was trying to look into that to maybe get people that are interested to go to Iceland and have myself as their tour guide. I'm still it's like in the progress because I started doing it and then I got too busy with other things and I never put like a pin on it to make plans happen. But I work on that too. But what I'm really interested in doing soon also is maybe even doing river cruises over in Europe because those ships are so much smaller. They're super low. There's only
Ah.
like 4 decks, where all the ocean cruises are like 10 to 15 decks, depends on which one you're going to. And those river cruises are super cool because your cabins are wall to wall, basically one big window, because they want you to be able to see everything. And it's kind of cool because you're like, every day you're going into a different port. And because the ship is so small, they're able to get in and out a lot of places much easier than the ocean cruises. So that's pretty amazing to me too. There's like so much to see. So if people rather do, pack their stuff and just put it in a suitcase and unpack once for the trip, a cruise is the way to go because then you can go and check out all these places. But if you're okay living out of a suitcase, then you do the guided tour, which is great also. So there's always an option. There's always something to figure out. Um, and I'm always open for new ideas. Anything that somebody wants, I am so happy and excited to do it for them and kind of see what they want and learn together about what's out there. Because I don't
Yeah.
know everything. Nobody does. The world is big.
How many countries have you been to? Like, and how many more on your bucket list?
So Brazil is really on my bucket list. I am not sure when I'm going to that one.
Aw.
Um, but I've been to a lot more countries than I thought I would be. So Brazil is definitely on my bucket list. Then I want to go to Australia and New Zealand, but I have to make sure I go there for like a month because once you're there, you want to do everything. Um, but those are like really my high priority on my list. But in Europe and stuff. I would like to go back to Portugal. It's absolutely fantastic there. It's beautiful, and the weather is always nice there. I don't care what time of the year it is, which is great. But man, there's so many places I want to go. I've been to probably 15 to 20 countries in the
Mm.
last few years because this opportunity to go travel. And if I can take my kids with me, I take them with me, which is not as often as I would like to, but they still have school, like you said, with your kids. You can take them a little bit, but there's a limit that we can take them out of school.
I
So,
know, I know.
yeah.
Well, also, for those out there, just want to bring up the fact of, people see travel out there all the time of the internet, blah, blah. Why should we go to a travel agent? What are the benefits of working with someone like yourself? I know there's a lot, so could you share with us?
Yes, absolutely.
And the
So, first,
misnomers. Because people might say it's too expensive to use a travel agent.
so yeah, that's exactly what I was going to start with. It doesn't cost you anything more to have me help you out and book your trip. I don't charge anything upfront. All the stuff that I get paid is through the vendor. So having me in your fingertips are just an extra bonus because any questions you may have, even before you book anything, all the stuff that you may have questionable about the destination or how to get there, what to do, where to go, you just give me a call, shoot me a text or an email, whatever works for you, and I will be more happy to help you out and answer your questions. Um, and if anything goes wrong, you just let me know and I'll do everything that I can do to make things right. I have a lady, she actually is going on her and her husband are going on a Virgin Voyages cruise in October, but she actually referred me to a friend of hers who is going to Europe next month in September, and she needed to get a car rental, and she was like, I have all the plans already because I didn't really think about travel agent, but now I need a car rental, and everything is so expensive. She was telling me she had something on hold for a certain amount of money, and she said, can you please help me see if I can find a better deal? And I was like, okay, let me see what I can find. I know that it's not going to be cheap no matter what, because car rental, especially after the pandemic, went super expensive. And also with the gas and everything, that makes a big difference. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I researched everything and I told her that whatever you had locked in will be a lot cheaper than what I can find. And I just gave her the truth. I didn't want to make her pay for extra money just so I can make a few dollars. And she was so appreciative. So it didn't cost her anything to ask me the question. I didn't make any money, but I didn't mind giving her advice because she was like, listen, next time when I book a trip or a cruise or anything, I'm reaching out to you because you just helped me out because and I didn't charge her for anything. Sometimes advice is better than anything because referrals and good experiences will bring that person back to you, and
Oh
that's
my
my goal.
goodness.
Yeah.
Beautifully said. Also, I know we wanted to, make sure that y'all are aware that a lot of us, let's be honest, there's life, there's expense, there's children, there's this excuse, that excuse, and all of a sudden life just goes and goes and you're not doing enough. You're not doing what you really want to do. So let's talk a little bit about, if you don't mind, why we should really start doing what we want to now. Please, please tell me why.
Like I said before, tomorrow is never promised.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, I'm going to wait until I retire or when I have the money. But then, if you think about it, what you can do physically today is not going to be as physically as easy in about 20 to 30 years down the road. Some people have a lot of health issues that they're just not capable
Yeah.
of doing because let's face it, if you were to go to Europe, majority of the time when you go to Europe, it's a lot of walking. And not everybody can walk at 60, 70 years old the
Good
way we do
point.
now at like 20s, 30s, 40s, or even 50s. So, and then if you are not going to take the opportunity to do things now, you just never know what's going to happen tomorrow or next day or next year or you know, do it while you can because sometimes you don't even know if it's going to be there. Like another thing, I remember people, I was a young kid, everybody was talking about going to New York and visit the Twin Towers. Well, the Twin Towers have been gone for 25 years now, so it's like, what are you going to do? You can't just wait because things, maybe in your personal life, it's not going to change, but around the world, things change. There is hurricanes, there is storms, there's fires. Some of those highlight places that you may want to go may not be there.
Yeah.
So you have to think about everything. And like I said, just budget yourself. Put a couple of dollars aside every paycheck. Or, instead of going to movies to this weekend, put that money, because even the movies are expensive now. Just put that money aside. Or don't go out every week or every day. It's just, there's always a way to do it. And memories are so important because stuff is just going to be there no matter what. So just make things happen because after all, we all chase money and time.
Yeah.
Money can be made, time cannot. So
Oh,
just
I
make things
love when you
happen.
say that. It's so true. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. And really, Narcus, it's a pleasure to have you here to work with you. And I hope people do reach out again. It costs you nothing. And it's so much better for you because you are a one stop shop. And you're on vacation, you book something, people can reach out to you. They're going to get a person behind that phone. They're going to get there. If you book this online somewhere through like one of those websites, who are you going to call when there's a problem? No one. You're going to be stranded and stuck. And I know you're always available to your clients, right? 24 hours a day. If they're on vacation, they can reach out to you if there's a problem. So, I mean, that peace of
Yes.
mind alone, it speaks volumes.
Yes, exactly. Because you just never know when, even when I go away overseas, I always make sure I have Wi-Fi and data to make sure that my clients are able to reach out to me. I may not be able to answer them right away because of the time difference, but I will definitely make sure that I answer them. And if I know that you overseas traveling while I'm away, I make sure to put my phone right next to my ear, which I'll be able to be available no matter what time of the day it is. So,
Beautiful. Well, thank you
yes,
again for being here. And tell us the
absolutely.
website one more time, please.
Beachwavetravel.com.
Beautiful. Enjoy the rest of your day, sweetheart, and looking forward to the next time we get to connect. And hopefully, we
Thank
can do
you.
some travels together. And if you want on the
Yes,
next
it'll be
show,
fantastic.
share some of the videos. I want to see some of these vacations. And are we back together again next week?
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. Yeah. Feel free to bring up anything. We could share the screen and show some vacations that you have and talk about some past vacations, whatever it is. But I love the visuals and it makes us all like
Yes.
be like, okay, we got to go. We got to do this now. Now is the time is right. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again for
Thank
being here,
you.
sweetheart. Bye
You too.
bye.
Bye bye.
You've been listening to the New York Executive Podcast, broadcasting from Manhattan to 30,000 channels nationwide. To learn more, or to bring your brand to our audience, visit nyexecpod.com. We'll see you next time.